All right. Um, Hello. My name is Makan, and in this video, I want to show you guys the capabilities and features of Dreams, a creation tool created by Media Molecule as a exclusive game for PlayStation. It's similar to a game engine, but more than a game engine. You can do lots of crazy stuff with it. You can make obviously video games. You can sculpt models, animate, create short animations, and make music, make paintings, animated paintings, hand drawing or sprited animated sprites. For example, this is one of my works. It's crazy that you can do this inside PlayStation. There is a game engine called Unbound. It's in alpha stage at the moment. I am one of the alpha testers. I have created several works for them. This is my latest work, for example, called The Best Friends. And this is the only game engine available for PC that uses SDF. SDF, I don't know exactly what is it, but in short they call it signed distance fields. It's a way for rendering and creating models, which is much easier and faster than typical polygons. This is the time lapse of my latest work called The Best Friends, done inside Unbound game engine. In this video, I want to explore the capabilities of Dreams, which is the leading SDF game engine. It has very powerful capabilities for sculpting. I want to show these features to the developers so that they might inspire from it. You can join Unbound in their Discord. Simply ask them or click the invite and they will excuse me, they will accept you into their early access, for example. It's in alpha stage right now and it's not really completed for now, but it's going there, it's getting there. My goal for this video is to show the capabilities of Dreams and its features so that they might inspire from it and add some of its features to Unbound as well. English is not my native language, so if I say something wrong or my accent is weird, I'm sorry about that. You have to, I guess, deal with this. I do my best so till you satisfy you. I made excuse me, 2 videos inside the PlayStation, trying to explore the sculpting features inside Dreams. Let's watch this and I explain as we watch. I'm trying to quickly explore some features of Unbound. Excuse me, Dreams. This is the typical stamp sculpting inside Dreams. It's not really a big deal. Excuse me. We already have this inside Unbound as well. You simply add bunch of SDF shapes, blend them together to create something. We already have this inside Unbound. Actually, Unbound does a better job, in my opinion, because it's kind of, you cannot edit this after you add your shapes, but inside Unbound you always can tweak the blendings and everything. It's non-destructive, but inside Dreams is destructive. Once you're done with the blending part. There's no going back. It's not really a good work. I wasn't really focusing on modeling. This is the second approach I was discovering this feature here. Didn't know about this. I have to explore it later on. This is the second technique that you can use inside Dreams for sculpting with SDF. I would like to call this a stamp clone with arrays. I don't know the better word. Oh, excuse me, this is, I think, a smear. I think this is a smear. A smear is another incredible capabilities and features inside Dreams that you can quickly create shapes. This is a smear only with, a stamping, not dragging. I quickly created a bunch of blocking a stage really quickly. This is a stamp. I think here I'm going to try a stamp with clone and arrays. As you can see, this is one of the most important features in Dreams, in my opinion. With a stamp and clone, you can and then add in arrays, adding to the in-betweens. You can add in-betweens or add to your a shape, then you can blend them, you can rotate them, scale them. This can create really smooth and powerful shapes, which is pretty much similar to sculpting inside, for example, ZBrush, Blender, 3D Code. As you can see, you can do lots of good and crazy stuff. You can snap this on surface, you can really create a smooth shapes. Many professional dreamers using these features to create some really realistic, crazy good models. And at the moment, Unbound game engine doesn't have this feature, and I think if we be able to add this, we can create really cool stuff fast, because the speed here is also really good, unlike a spline. With a spline and choosing points, it's really time consuming compared to this, and I believe you can do this without needing to have PlayStation Move or gyro controllers or PlayStation controller. You don't need to have such things. A mouse or a Wacom typical Cintiq or Intuos Wacom tablets suffice, in my opinion. I'm not really doing my best here, by the way, but as you can see, you can really create incredible looking shapes with this. It's almost like you're sculpting inside Blender, and the speed is really good, by the way. You have very good speed with this approach, unlike using a spline. In my opinion, this is one of the must features to include into a SDF creation tool game engine, which is like Unbound. I hope the developers pay attention to this feature. Fast forwarding this, I hope the lighting is good. I have to fix this in the video. So as you can see here, how easy it is to create a smooth shape super fast. I mean, imagine if I wanted to do this with a spline inside Unbound. This could take lots of time. You can create cloth also with this approach. Lots of bumpy surfaces, smooth bumpy surfaces. This is one of the most unique features of Dreams, in my opinion. Very smart, and in my opinion this is very needed for a game engine. I mean, inside Unbound. Fast forwarding. You also can use this feature with subtractive shapes as well. It's hard little to pick them up, but as you can see, you can use this even with subtractive. The cool thing is that you can control its rotation and scale by moving around, which I think you can do this with the mouse too if you control it. Maybe we can also use this for you know, editing this after we are like a spline. Oh, this is incredibly fast, as you can see. I'm adding a simple lips with a mirror feature. if I wanted to do this with a spline, it could take lots of time. I had to, for example, turn on the surface snap, work with the points, but here I'm just adding in betweens, and while rotating I'm controlling the whole shape, direction. It's super ugly, I know, but super fast. You can create really detailed works with a stamp clone, which I will show you guys the examples of really masters, you know, creating this stuff with dreams. Fast forwarding. I think I am going to use a smear. Yes, a smear is another incredible features inside dreams, which in my opinion is super needed for Unbound game engine, because you can, as you can see, we are carving a small details on surface here. You can create patterns, you can, you know, create a second shape, turn on the step on surface, create a pattern with subtractive, additive, and then remove the, for example, a sphere shape, and you have a very curvy and detailed pattern done inside Dreams with STF, which is in my opinion incredible. We maybe be able to add the edit the points features inside Unbound as well to control these. I don't know how much memory it will take, but in my opinion this is incredible and useful features. As you can see, I am adding while also adding colors. You can add crazy small details this way, and it should work with a mouse or Wacom pen pressure tablets. In my opinion, this is one of the most important features that any STF creation tool should have. I'm carving details here, as you can see, with a darker color. We can create really powerful sci-fi features. I think, no, in this here we don't have ruler, but you can use a snap tool to create a straight lines, and we can create some really powerful hard surface sci-fi objects. We usually see people create with ZBrush or box cutter inside Blender. We definitely can do these stuff with a smear, and if you be able to have something like this inside Unbound, this can really help developers to create incredible stuff. We might be able to, you know, control this with, you know, the memory, controlling the memory with the resolution as well. As you can see, we added some super incredibly small details, just incredible in my opinion, with a smear tool. And if you really put your time, you can create some mind-blowing stuff with this feature. In my opinion, this is a must feature inside, you know, we should add inside Unbound game engine. Next, I think it's another smear feature, but this time I think I'm adding. Let's fast forward this. You can also use the snap feature or snap only. I'm creating a very quickly. It was, on the fly. I didn't know what I was doing, but quickly here I created a creature. Really quick, really fast, and I mean it's so good. It's even better than 3D Code or Blender, anything like that. I was really blown away myself when I was making this, because you can really create a sketch or create creatures super quick, super fast for background or even as a character. And we might be able to add pen pressure to this as well inside Unbound, or we might be able to edit this as a spline later. After we click, it creates, for example, a spline like grease pencil or a vector program. Then we, for example, play around with the points and create ending points, like pen pressure. As you can see, I'm creating a creature super fast with the smear tool, and honestly it really looks cool in my opinion. It's even really hard to create something like this inside a polygon sculpting app like ZBrush or voxel program like 3D Code, Blender. This is really cool. I mean, the problem I had was the a snap tool a little, but as you can see, this is really cool. If we be able to add something like that inside Unbound game engine, we might be able to create really fast and cool stuff. I mean, this is just a creature. You can create a tree, you can create rocks, many organic stuff, and then you can also edit these with a stamp clone or a stamp clone array. And it's not like that you only can use a smear. You can merge these together, you can explore. This is, in my opinion, a really cool feature. We should inspire from this feature and use this inside Unbound. And adding our own, the developers can add their own ideas, but having a smear, in my opinion, is very helpful. And you don't have to have PlayStation Move to have this. Actually, it works better with, in my opinion, with Wacom or mouse. I'm not really good at using PlayStation Move, to be honest, myself. And fast forwarding this. As you can see, also it will be one shape. So to save memory, we can, inside Unbound, we can turn it to a one shape after each stroke. Being able to how fast we can create something like this, it's incredible. I just created a creature with a smear so fast like this, then I can simply edit this with other features that we have inside Unbound. I mean, inside Dreams. With a stamp clone, I can start adding lots of details to this. I can start with a smear, then with a stamp and a stamp clone array, and I can, fixing, adding, making even better. Then I even can carve or add small details with a smear later on. It's another example of, I think, a smear There is an incredible technique inside Dreams which I'm going to show. You can rotate your shape. This creates so much opportunities and creative ways. I hope that we have this as well. Let me fast forward. Oh, excuse me. Here with a smear, I am creating surface details super fast, like scales, armor. Lots of surface details is also possible. It's not just for carving. I am let's fast forward this. I had some problems with the mirror inside Dreams. Yes, as you can see, I am creating some surface details, and the speed is very important here. You know, speed can really boost your productivity, and you can really create small surfaces details with a smear, as you can see. And it was incredibly to, create something like that. You can use these features for any organic or hard surface, in my opinion. I mean, as you saw how you can carve, and now you can create surface details with this. You can sculpt characters super fast, and you can edit all of these with a stamp and stamp clone array feature. At the same time, we are also adding colors. It's not just like we add colors at the end. No, you can add colors while doing all of these things, and these are super incredible stuff, in my opinion. We saw 4 usage of a smear so far, how useful it is and how fast it is. We only have a spline right now inside Unbound, and it's way slower, to be honest. And again, speed can really help the artist to shine and go crazy and brainstorm and go productive, stuff like that. It's another attempt for, better attempt, I hope, for a stamp clone with arrays. Let me fast forward this. How fast, easy, and smooth you can blend these shapes, create new shapes, something that is way slower when you're using a spline. But to be frank and honest, a spline can be way more accurate. But again, time is very important. How much energy you're spending and how fast you are going is also really helpful, especially with STF, because energy management, time management is very important. As you can see, I am adding in betweens. I think here I turn it to in betweens arrays, trying to create the lips, the upper lips. And you can combine all of these. It's not that you only can use a spline, or no, you can combine all of these and super fast, super awesome stuff. You can go with a stamp, then use a stamp clone, then use a spline, then use a smear to create some incredible detailed works. Another example. Oh yes, this is a spline inside Made in Dreams. Uh, this is the only feature we have right now inside Unbound as well. Spline is better than spline in Unbound is better than Dreams because you can add more repetition and points. Inside Dreams you only have like 4 points, and you cannot snap it to the surface, by the way, at least in my experience here. But it's not really slow that much. You can have good controls to the endpoints as well. As you can see, you can create some really fast characters and shapes with a spline inside Dreams as well. It's an incredible feature in my opinion as well. We have the similar thing inside Unbound, but it's slow. I mean, you don't want to bound to only using a spline forever. You know, you want to have choices, options, and Dreams is giving you. I think I demonstrated 5 so far. You know, approach of sculpting inside Dreams, which is incredible in my opinion for a video game inside PlayStation. And I hope to see these features inside Unbound as well. It was hard to explain to people while writing. I mean, I thought, hey, let's make them and create a demonstration and demonstrate this to these lovely developers and users there. Hopefully they understand what I'm talking about, and hopefully we see some of these at least. I love to see all of these and even their own creative attempts, but who knows what will happen. I'm not a developer. I think we should really study Made in Dreams because it's the leading SDF creation tool. It's super powerful. It's way better than Magical CSG, way better than other SDF, and Unbound is incredible as well. But we should, learn from the top leading SDF creation tool in my opinion. I'm creating a mustache. As you can see, a spline can give you really accurate, clean results, unlike a smear or others. But as you can see, I could create 5 different mustache with this time I'm spending on this spline. But it's awesome as well. With this spline you can create subtractive as well and create lots of amazing shapes. This was just an example, and you can combine all of these. You can add a spline to a smear shape later on. Lots of good stuff. So, I also added this is another example of using, I think, yes, this is another incredible use of a smear. I mean, just man, a smear is so capable. You can rotate your shapes with inside Dreams and use a smear to create some mind-blowing models. And if we be able to add this feature inside Unbound, that would be amazing. I think it only works with the PlayStation controller. You cannot do this with PlayStation Move, but who cares? You can do this I was struggling to do this with PlayStation, my PlayStation Move, but I couldn't, so I had to use my PlayStation controller. That's why I'm going to pause this video, I think. Let me fast forward this. Yeah, I'm struggling to find a way to use my PlayStation Move with this feature, but you only can do this with PlayStation controller, I think. And it's so hidden, you know. You don't know about this at all. I only saw this from YouTubers on, other dreamers using. Yes, I need to play this video. Let me fix that one for a second. Yes. Yeah, as you can see, I am using the PlayStation controller, and I managed to rotate my shape, and you can use this feature to create some mind-blowing shapes. You can create ropes, you can create any directional weird shapes that you have in mind. This is, in my opinion, super incredible creative that other apps should also inspire from this. This is so creative. I mean, recently Procreate is inspiring from Dreams, in my opinion. They added their own Dreams animation or something, features that we have inside Dreams, like action recorders. As you can see, I am creating some really fascinating and incredible shapes with this feature. That would be amazing if you have this inside Unbound game engine as well. I mean, these are all SDF, and you can use these to create some mind-blowing shapes. You cannot find these elsewhere. Also, you can use these for coloring. It has so many capabilities. You can rotate your color stamps as well inside Dreams, like how this shape is turning, rotating. You can also do this with the color wheel and create dynamic colors. As you can see, you can create some mind-blowing shapes with this. People create rope with this, with dynamic color. It's just magnificent, in my opinion. I think we should have this feature available inside Unbound, because these are all STF. I mean, Unbound is STF. All of the limitations we have with STF, Dream is a good example to overcome all of those features. If you only stick with a stamp and clone, we will be so limited. As you can see, I'm using a stamp clone with arrays. How fast, quickly I can create complex shapes. We have similar features with spline with 3D code that you can, for example, use custom shapes with a spline to create, for example, different type of stramps. I don't know what the word, type of ropes inside for your models. So a stamp clone with arrays is not just for sculpting, but also for creating really incredible stuff like that. You can use this for creating custom shapes, ropes and stuff like that. That was the whole exploration of sculpting features inside Dreams. We only have two of these features inside Unbound. We can, for example, add a stamp, blending. Then we can only clone this. That's it. Then we have a spline. So that would be amazing if we be able to have those features as I mentioned. We also can turn this shape to curve. Oh, I mean, I need to change it here as spline. You know, it's slow compared to what we can do with a stamp and clone. I have to spend lots of time. Also the endpoint is there, so I have difficulties. You can do crazy cool stuff. I mean, you can change the color here to something else. If you be able to change the shape also, that would be interesting, but sadly nope, it's not happening yet. But as you can see, cool stuff here as well, but slower compared to Dreams in my opinion. And if you add repetition and use blending, it doesn't really behave so good. You know, I think they need to work on this part. But we only have two feature inside Unbound at the moment compared to what is it, 7, 8 features. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 approach of sculpting inside Dreams, and we only have 2 approach of sculpting inside Unbound at the moment. So I think we need to work on this part, adding more capabilities like Dreams. And the speed is super important in my opinion. I mean, we have other shapes too, like these shapes have like Ngon, create. I need to create a new. You can add cone, turn it to Ngon, adding, you know, different sides. These are cool stuff. You know, you can, for example, play around with the curve. This is very handy feature as well. Thickness, you know, yeah, this is cool, but these are all in category of a stamp and clone at the end. We don't have a stamp clone with array. We don't have a smear, the things you can do with the smears, you know, like these 9 features as I shown here. We don't have that, and if we're able to have these, Unbound is going to be mind-blowing, and I am going to be able to create super amazing stuff like this again. You know, another work I did, you know, we be able to really make these better, more powerful creations. My hardest work was this one. I mean, I will be able to do so much better than this if I be able to have those capabilities from Dreams in Unbound. I hope that developers inspire from this video and its capabilities and try to add these features. I mean all of them, because I think all of them are very powerful and useful features. I really liked what I made here. It's my best work with Unbound, I think. But I ran out of memory. I mean, it was for the early days. They improved it a lot. Maybe, as you can see, it's still 74 memory, but got way better. I mean, I went so crazy with this. Now, another work I would like to talk about, I prepared some videos, are flecks and the splats we say inside Unbound. I mean, this work by
Hey dreamers, and
who is one of the best, I think, created inside Dreams, because he uses some mind-blowing capabilities, features that really smart. You know, he created dynamic weather lighting. I want to show some of his flex splats, you know, stuff that he's using. As you can see, let me go back. He's painting splats flex, it's hard to remember the names, on top of his creation. Later he can change their colors and their reflectivity. So as the weather changes, you know, you can change this as well in the timeline animation. You can create, as you can see, winter effect, rainy effect, I mean autumn, spring. That's super procedural approach, in my opinion, very smart approach. And these are one of the benefits of using flex that I love to see we use it inside Unbound as well. And yeah, I mean the rest is just sculpting. Flex inside Dreams is very useful because you can create particles really fast. The capability it has for animation is very useful. I mean, speed is the most friendly approach for the artist. Being able to create something fast, like as you can see, is so helpful. And as you can see, he's using the flex and comp, I think the guy is called comp, to, you know, create the direction and, you know, adding the animation for that. This is super amazing stuff, in my opinion. If you're able to have these features inside Unbound, that would be amazing. Inside Unbound we also have transparency. Recently we can create clouds even better than Dreams, in my opinion. Rian, if I pronounce his name correctly, added some really cool new features inside Unbound, and you know, we have some really beautiful clouds I managed to create. Yeah, we can have this inside Dreams as well. And if you convert it to paint inside Dreams, you can add transparency to it, and they will look incredibly good as well. But I think Unbound really nailed this feature. And as you can see, if you use lighting like that, it just creates magnificent results. We might not be able to have light passing through the shapes yet. Oh, as you can see, you can rotate the color wheel and it creates some dynamic colors, you know, super smart. We should have this feature, in my opinion. It's incredible idea. Whoever, I think Karim, the art director of Dreams, was the mastermind behind this. I don't know all of the team, but this is amazing nonetheless, in my opinion. Uh, we are seeing some amazing grass work by Saku uh, with paint, and how fast. I mean, I cannot emphasize the speed is so important here. I mean, one of the reasons I'm showing is the speed. This spline that we already have, and awesome. So as you can see, he's using also here a stamp clone with array. See, you can really create beautiful stuff with that feature. The resolution also really good. You know, when I was creating, for example, this rope, I kind of ran out of resolution with it when I was trying to make it smaller. So important to fix this part, and you know, it's not really good with the resolution right now. Kind of hard to create a clean, you know, points, because as you can see, it's not based on a smooth bezier curve type of stuff. It's hard to control that smoothness. Dream has a better points smoothness stuff, but it only has 4 points, so I hope that the developers pay attention to this later on. Let me make it bigger. Yeah, I mean, he's now quickly creating rain with the paint tool, created amazing particles with the paint tool, flex they call it, I think. uh, Super fast, super quick, no need to go super crazy like Unreal Engine, Niagara, or Unity stuff, or even Blender geometry nodes. It's so artist friendly, and this is also super easy. Timeline is enabling and editing all of these to play dynamically changing the environment. It's just super smart. The keyframes inside Dreams also really helpful. You can literally keyframe anything, and as I was mentioning, he's keyframing the splats for the rocks, so he can create shiny or specular reflective area. These are incredible features, in my opinion, procedural and super smart. I've never seen a better tutorial than this, to be honest. He did such a great job. As you can see, he created uh, rivers, rainfall, super fast with paint tool, and you know, the animation techniques. He's enabling them after the rain with the timeline. This is super smart. He's using that movable stuff. I think he's using the same technique to change maybe the colors or add variety to it. Not sure, but amazing artist, incredible result.
creating worlds and art. Many
Yeah, this is incredible. And as you're watching, you know, changes the splats, the flags, all changing the colors. I mean, this is incredible. Just look at this. And it was so easy and artist friendly. You know, the water, you know, was moving, you know, after the rain. He enabled that. Another work with the stamp and clone array. Let me see if I
Some men just want to watch.
let me see, I'm recording. Yes, Here, this is another amazing artist, Apeniator 3D. Uh, this dude is using a stamp clone technique with arrays, as I was mentioning. I mean, he's really a master with this one. This is so powerful feature, and this dude is using it to its fullest. And this feature can help a lot to create detailed work fast. You know, you don't have to, if you were going to use a spline, that would be so hard. You know, it took lots of time. Could took lots of time. Could take lots of time. Excuse me. Yeah, he's using a stamp clone. If you just search sculpting with dreams, it's just first video you can see. Incredible approach, incredible technique that I think we need to use this inside Unbound if possible, because with SDF this is the only way you can have something so detailed blended quickly like this, and it's just incredibly fast. But it might just eat some memory. We have to figure out how we can fix the memory part. You know, if you can do this. I mean, first let me clear something here. This dude is using only a PS4 or PS5, I think PS4 controller. He's not even using PlayStation Move. So this is just mind blowing. It can translate that he's just using a mouse to make something like this. Imagine you're sculpting something so incredibly hard with a mouse inside ZBrush. This is crazy in my opinion. And yeah, if PlayStation can handle a memory, you know, we should be able to overcome this challenge with Unbound as well. I mean, I know that they have their own challenges, and graphic cards have different type of structure, memory stuff. I've seen some images on Discord Rian showed, but it's PC, man. It's master race. We should be able to handle that. If a PlayStation, you know, PS4 with, I don't know, 4 gig uh, RAM and maybe 2 gigabyte graphic memory can handle something like this, my 32 gigabyte RAM and 8 gig GDDR5 should, I think, do way better job. He's using Flex to add imperfection and sweat, just incredible stuff. I don't want to bore you guys with everything. Yeah, I just want to show the example of a stamp clone with array inside dreams that we might be able to use inside Unbound as well. And as you can see, he uses a spline for the hairs as well, and the paint and flecks for the makeup. And again, he continues using a stamp clone array capabilities features for the glove, just incredible stuff. Then he starts using flex to add the textures for the jacket. As you can see, you can combine all of these. You're not bound to using smear, spline. No, you can combine all of these techniques. I mean, he could use a smear too, in my opinion. I don't know why he didn't use that. Smear is incredible, and the paint tool is just, you know, how quickly and fast. I mean, we really need to have Painting and Painting Flecks inside Unbound. This is incredible stuff here. He's creating a small details. Flex for the jacket. I mean, I don't know if other applications are capable like that. I mean, we can also have our own custom alphas inside Unbound. Dreamers are limited to what Dreams is offering to them. We can create our own shapes, you know. Inside Unbound, we have remix kit, and we can create our own library of shapes and maybe alphas to create our own custom alphas, you know, bringing from Krita, Photoshop, GIMP, whatever we are using. This is incredible in my opinion. Amazing dude, amazing creation. And also he uses particles so fast for the with flex for the background. Incredible stuff. Mad respect. The king, Martin Nebelong, amazing dude, very humble person. I love the guy. What can I say about this guy? He's amazing and he's the king. I call him king. And he has many amazing videos. I'm showing the text displayer inside Dreams.
Convincing glass in Dreams.
He's using the flex particles to animate the rain and text displayer to create the textures, and we can use our custom alphas textures to create, you know, we are only limited to these, but we can create our own textures and use them inside text displayer. I know the developers have plans for something like that. I know they are going to add some incredible stuff, but you know, I would like to, now that I'm doing the whole thing, it's best that I mention that. Also, as you can
For
see,
our paint tool. The one we need is called stamp.
we have precision for the grid. We should have something like this for Unbound as well. We only have one scale for the grids. I know that they will fix this, but it's a good time to show this as well. He's using adding this flex for the background, or grouping it with the text displayer, adding the text displayer to this. Text display is a little weird, you have to tweak with it, but you know, if we be able to have our own textures inside Unbound with something like that, that would be amazing. I mean, that's just amazing. Glass kind of old effect, and he simply used the paint tool right now, as you can see, to create the rain effect. Super easy. I mean, that's a beautiful thing that artists love, you know, avoiding the technical stuff, achieving something quickly, fast. By the way, he's using another features inside Dreams, which is called precise movement. If you have something like that in some Unbound, that would be also cool. Anyway, quick stuff, artist friendly, things that avoid technical stuff, achieving something really quick and fast, and that's the dream for an artist, and people can achieve that in Dreams. And I think having something like that inside Unbound would be amazing. I mean, this is just incredible effect. If you want to achieve something like that, that would be really difficult inside Blender. I mean, I don't know how you can do that inside Blender. without involving geometry nodes or simulations or stuff like that. Straps, oh yeah, I was forgetting the word. It is called straps. That's me. Anyway.
Hello everyone, here.
Oh, that was a big one. He's using a stamp clone with array to create custom shapes, custom straps that can be really helpful. You know, with a spline you can add something like that, but you can have your own custom shapes inside 3D code, ZBrush. We have things like that as well. But for, you know, STF creation tools, we don't. Maybe in future developers work with for Unbound and they improve the um, spline feature, you know, maybe adding remix kit with a spline. Oh, now that I I am recording this, can be a good opportunity for Andrea to explore this bug as well. Let me screenshot this for you, Andrea. It's an alpha stage, you know. These things can happen. I love the intro for Unbound, by the way. You always have to save your works inside Unbound if you're using it right now. You might get weird results. Let's see if I can turn this. Oh my god, what's going on? Okay. Andrea, you need to see this. Nope. Run. Any remix. Don't. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe I should try another shape. Crazy. Can I? They need to fix this. I don't know what other developers, I mean, alpha users are doing. Come on, guys. I was having an MRI today. I wasn't around for a day. I think if I use other shapes, yeah. But maybe we can turn custom shapes to, you know, with a spline to different custom shapes like these straps. But that's slow. We don't like a slow stuff. Fast stuff like this are always welcome in my opinion. As you can see, he's using a stamp clone array technique to create a custom straps. What is this? Oh yeah, we can also use paint for custom straps as well, which is incredible. Martin is so smart. He always surprised me, to be honest. He's a smart person. As you can see, custom straps super quick with the clone array technique. What else? Yep, there are, for example, using, oh, it's 4 a.m. Using paint tool, create different type of, generally creating different type of foliage and stuff. You can do that obviously with stamp shapes, STF shapes, or you can use flex to create custom shapes. downside of Flex is that it's not casting anything. We might be able to overcome that inside Unbound. You know, they don't cast shadows, which is bad. We maybe be able to avoid this inside Unbound. But as you can see, it really let you to create all sort of amazing stuff. With paint and flecks inside Unbound. You don't always have to use flecks for painting. You can paint the STF itself, which is another incredible powerful features of, you know, he was using a dynamic color. You can paint the STF shapes. By the way, you don't have to use only flecks to do that. Super fast, friendly features, really helpful. We can inspire to implement these features inside Unbound, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my own time lapse. The website, the Discord. Yeah, amazing work with other dreamers. Yeah, this is also one incredible creation in my opinion with dreams that we should really inspire from it. Personally, I really like the smear capabilities inside dreams myself and a stamp clone array. I think, as you can see, we can do some really mind-blowing stuff with a smear. It's a little hard to control, but once you get the hang of it, you can create some, you know, magnificent stuff. You can carve, you can create fast creatures, you can block shapes, you can create imperfection and surface detail. You can create with rotating shapes, create organic, incredible abstract shapes or organic shapes. So a smear is so capable. Then you can mix this with a stamp clone array. Then you can mix it with a spline, typical stamp clone array, you know. All of these are things that you can mix, and hopefully this video was useful and could help the developers to understand what I was talking about, the other unbounders, and hopefully be able to see more incredible features for Unbound, so that I will be able to create more cool stuff like this puppy. And yeah, I hope to see more awesome stuff from the developers, and these features hopefully will be implemented to Unbound in time, and more cool stuff, fast, user friendly without technical stuff is my ideal and dreamy thing. Unbound is already awesome. Obviously they have their own taste, direction, point of view, but hopefully these techniques that you can do with SDF for sculpting and painting can be helpful for the, you know, inspiring, so that they implement their own features based on these, inspire from it, because dreams is the very powerful and, in my opinion, the leading SDF creation tool out there. Okay, sorry for the long video. I hope it was informative. Informative, yeah. Sorry for my bad accent, by the way. I did my best, and Makan is signing out. Have a nice day. I mean, for me, it's morning. Goodbye.